Hi, it's Tony. It's been a while since I've been on here. So don't scroll. I want you to listen to me for just a few minutes, please. I want to talk about the GLP-1 craze. So what is a GLP-1? I think a lot of you know. It is Ozempic, Wegovy, some of those weekly injectable products that you can get online now by just taking a short little test, and they'll send you the products and you inject yourself. And what is the outcome? You lose weight. There is a significant number of people on it in the United States. It's a huge market. In fact, one of the larger companies manufacturing and selling the GLP-1s is over in Denmark. They see the United States as their target market because they can make a lot of money. So what I want you to consider and to think about is that a GLP-1 that is injected, they're injecting large volume of the GLP-1, which is a hormone peptide, and it's naturally occurring in your body, just for you to know. It actually is stimulated out of the L cell in your intestinal tract. Our intestinal tract is so phenomenal. I always say the brain and the intestinal tract, or your gut, are the key to all of health in our bodies. But so they've looked at us as a huge market. Why? Because there's 80% of the adult population in the United States is overweight with BMIs of 30 and greater, which is what you have to be in order to be on their product. Not that we don't have teenagers that are also falling into the obese population, which now is probably 22% of our teenagers are. And that's due to our diets. A lot of what's happening to us is due to our diets. It's due to sugars and processed food. But the other part is our lifestyle has become more sedentary. I know I have experienced that. The challenges that I have as I get older, to pay attention to that, I have to get up and move in order to keep limber and to keep my joints moving along. So GLP-1s, what is the downside? We know what the benefit is, you lose weight, but the downside is you have stomach problems. I mean, so many of the people I know that have been on it, they have sometimes abdominal cramping and pain, they have nausea, they do lose some of their appetite, that's for sure, but they don't change their eating habits. Their eating habits have remained the same. So I'm not sure long term what the benefit is going to be for them unless they stay on it forever, because that company, the company that is providing it for you, is making a lot of money off of the obesity of the American people. But what's so cool is that I've come across a company, and I've been familiar with them for quite some time, maybe going on 4 years. I met the gentleman that I'm partnering with on this endeavor of getting people to think about taking a natural occurring GLP-1. He started on the product 4 days ago, and I'm starting on the product today. So I can't wait till tomorrow when I can talk with you about how I'm feeling about it. But what is so cool about this is that the product by LifeVantage, this company focuses on health and wellness, not on, and they focus on natural occurring products, and they focus on how do you stimulate the DNA level in our body to produce those GLP-1s. So they've done an independent study, and they found that they have been able to come up with natural occurring products that we find naturally in our environment to stimulate the production of GLP-1. GLP-1s is a natural occurring hormone, like I said, in your body. And over time, like collagen and like so many other things, it decreases as we get older. And so by the time you're in your 50s and your 60s and your 70s, you're not producing hardly any anymore. And so if you're not supplementing or stimulating that production, you're going to be in a deficit. So GLP-1 is found in the L cells in your small intestinal tract. So much occurs there. I already talked about the fact that our brain and our gut is a connection through our vagus nerve, and it's tied together in just about everything that we do. But the GLP-1, when it is stimulated and it increases in the amount circulating in our body, it also helps to modulate our insulin, helps to modulate ghrelin, which is another hormone that tells us we're hungry, that's produced in our stomach, helps to modulate leptin, which is a hormone that tells you that you're full. It also has a lot to do with the neurotransmitters that are manufactured and move into the bloodstream from our intestinal tract, like dopamine, serotonin, GABA. Those interact with our brain to help with our mental health. It actually is really, really important in terms of finding happiness and joy in your life. If you don't have good dopamine levels, you oftentimes have a deficit then in terms of the uptake into your brain. So they all play a role. Just think about GLP-1. If you can stimulate the DNA level, increase the GLP-1 production, you're going to affect your appetite. You're going to affect how full you feel. You're going to affect what you eat, how much you eat. And then the other part is then working with myself and Tracy on how do you help yourself to eat better and to eat right. I'm kind of a intermittent fasting type of girl. I've done some long-term fasts, but intermittent fasting is great. And then exercise, which Tracy is probably 10 times better at than I am. But all of those components is what allows us to become a healthier human being. The other thing I have found with the GLP-1, if you can find a way to stimulate it, modulate it so that we have a constant production of it, that we are going to improve our cardiovascular health, our blood pressures, our cholesterol, our HDLs. I mean, it's a whole picture that I think you focus on. I would love to invite you to join me and Tracy in taking this product, and let's all go do it together and watch ourselves become more healthy. Tomorrow I'm going to put a video up to show you how to take it, and I'm going to do other sequential videos every single day so that we can work together. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube site, so anybody interested in my YouTube site, I do talk about fasting, intermittent fasting there, and I'm going to be uploading these videos there as well. So join me, DM me if you have an interest.